NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go now. Go to base. Coming to you. Coming to you. Check, 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 check. Check that team. Three. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Brings up second and 11 at the 47. Check back.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On third down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Check. Watch 54.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Switch.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And complete to Zach Ertz.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
24. Spot 59.
Throwing again is Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Watson looks to throw again. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Now you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. An update from Buffalo. It's the Patriots with the early lead over the Bills. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. It's out. 59. It's outside. Check.
Again, it's Watson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Now the ball comes loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Still's the intended target.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man. Complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Don't get nervous. 56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check 56.
Jackson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let him know. Check it backer. No.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive.
Complete.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing again on second down. Watson eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Complete to Mike Williams. It's a gain of 5.
That's where you belong.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At their
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, watch out. Check, Mike.
To throw is Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I'm coming for you, son. Hey, 59.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm here all day. Hey, watch out. Check, Mike, 54. 54. Got to do better.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From the red zone now, Watson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
56. Check 56. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Watch out, watch out. Go.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And out of bounds, this will... Depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now Watson. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Mike 44. I'm trying to collect.
On 1st down, Watson. Works over the middle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack.
Big stop, D. Alert.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he connects with Ertz. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Watson shakes off the sack. Dancing, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey, 59. Hey, 54. That's it. Let's go.
Here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking long for Westbrook. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Right here. 54. Right there.
Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Mike 54. 26. Here we go. Right there. 24. Come.
Throwing again is Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken short.
Let's go, boys.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Derrick Henry, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 24, Jackson going to throw deep for the end, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot, and if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there, and sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. They find some open field here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. And some room to work. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Man, These guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Going to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Jackson will throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Jackson to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On the end around, here comes Smith. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
1st down, Jacksonville.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kendrick Bourne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Switch.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the 4th. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Jackson, Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Whitney merciless in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson got the connection here to Bourne. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
gain of 17 yards.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Jaguars first down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now from Baltimore. And the Ravens have opened it up a bit, leading by a couple of scores. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He's back to throw. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. There he goes, left side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd one winner. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
At their own 45-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season,